I didn't really know what I wanted to do in college. I actually was on the Sopranos and other commercials, so I was an actor. So everyone's like, go act, go somewhere close to act. Hofstra has a good acting study program. So I said, I kind of want to shift to a more, steady ground under my feet because acting is very volatile. So I said, I like numbers, accounting, So in my sophomore year, I was able to start my first accounting class one-on-one with Professor Burke. And it was a great experience. She opened up the playing field to PwC's xACT competition, just a competition for accountants. It could be freshman, senior, didn't matter. So I took the opportunity, that was my first step. At the PwC xACT competition, there were multiple teams and 5 people on each team. So you could have freshmen with graduate students, seniors with juniors, whatever it is. So we were given a hypothetical case from PwC, and we had to come up with a business plan, why, and what seems like the most logical route to take and how we're going to do it. And it was during Hurricane Sandy, so obviously there was some trouble meeting and trying to connect, but my team was able to come together and give PwC a good presentation. Going to these extracurricular activities adds valuable lessons that you wouldn't really learn in class. So the professor may say, you have to remember this and that when you record journal entries or something like that in accounting. But when you work with a team, to take everyone's thoughts into consideration, you have to understand, you have to try to time your schedules with one another. There's a lot more that goes into the field than just what's taught in the class. Every professor is CPA certified. Every professor has some crazy background in accounting saying, oh, I worked at PwC, oh, I worked at one of the big 4, some very well-established firm. So right off the bat, once you enter the classroom, day one, that they know what they're talking about, they're well-educated, they're successful, so you're in good hands. Making the most out of Hofstra, from my personal experiences, you have to start, you want to start as soon as you can. So when you're a freshman, even if you're a senior, but specifically talking to once you enter college, you want to try to find a club that you're somewhat interested in. It doesn't have to be your major, it doesn't have to be anything related to your major, just something that you like, something that interests you, just to get involved. So you interact with faculty, maybe network with some firms, whatever it is. At least you're making the effort to put yourself out there to make a brand for yourself. And I think that's the most important thing, to brand yourself at a young age. And so by the time you graduate, everyone knows who you are, every teacher could talk highly about you, and hopefully you could have a successful career. My advice to seniors in high school before entering college would be, understand that you don't know what you're getting yourself into, because it's a surprise, but you have to understand that the teachers know that and they'll take good care of you. You have to make sure you're going into a school with a program that's well known for what you're going into. So I knew Hofstra was known for its accounting, its finance. I had a good business school, so our school of business. So I knew that I would be taken good care of in that school. So it's close, I could commute, it's a reputable school, obviously, and I knew I would be in the best of hands.